Hey everybody, JayC here, and welcome to a Thursday night live stream, a little impromptu, but I decided to, I got a package today from Big Bad Toy Store, and I thought we would unbox it, and, maybe there'll be a few other surprises tonight as well. So let us see who is in the house tonight. So we've got Michael, what's up? Mr. All Mine is in the house. Welcome. Blade Runner. Mr. Cortez, how you doing? Bean. Sean is in the house. Blake is in the house. What's up? Mr. Muzz is here. What's Muzik Blitz? I guess how you say that. What's up? Francisco, what's up? Kismet? Uh-oh. My mouse died. Having mouse malfunctions. There we go. I think. Maybe. Nope. Alright, well. We'll just have to go to the backup mouse. I don't know why the mouse died. Alright, anyway, let's see. Corn Viper's in the house. Corn Viper blames my website. Not sure what he's blaming it for, but hopefully something good. 3M. Omega says it's hot as hell in Fresno, California. It's actually been pretty nice here the last couple of days. I mean, not cool or anything, but at least the humidity's been down here. Sean Forrester picked up the Spidey Spinneret 2-pack. I have not seen that one. I was at Target the other day and I saw the Ned 2-pack, and then I saw that black and white Future Foundation Spider-Man figure, but those are the only ones from that 60th anniversary that I've seen so far in like physical stores. And honestly, the only one I'm that interested in picking up is the Iron Spider figure. If I see that one, I'll probably buy that one. I did, however, I was in Walmart yesterday and I got lucky and I was able to grab the new Nightfall Batman figure from McFarlane Toys. So that one, and it was like it was tossed into a cart where, where they fill up the carts with stuff that they're going to put back on the shelves or something. So it wasn't even on the shelf. So, and they only had the one. So definitely glad. Even though, I stand by, what I've said, that I wish this gray was a darker gray, but otherwise this is a pretty solid figure. I actually like the figure itself better than the Mafex one, but that lighter gray on the legs, I definitely am not a fan of. I heard something fall in the background, but I don't know what that was. So that was my latest purchase, was the Nightfall Batman. However, I got this huge box, well, not huge, pretty big, from Big Bad Toy Store that arrived today. This thing was actually supposed to be here last Sunday, but it got stuck in West Virginia for some reason. It like sat at the FedEx distribution center in West Virginia for like 3 days. So I don't know what happened there, but it finally arrived today. Yeah, I took it out of somebody else's cart. No, it was the cart. Like I don't know if it's the same at other people's Walmarts, but in my Walmart there's always this cart where it's like the employees just throw in random stuff into the cart and it just sits there. It's supposed to be like where they gather up stuff that has been returned or whatever, and they're supposed to put it back on the shelf or something. But I don't know what it was, but it was just sitting in there. It wasn't somebody else's cart though, I swear. It was just a cart that was filled with a bunch of random stuff. 3M now has 3 more G.I. Joes and the April Bride Frankenstein. I did see the. No, I didn't see April. I saw. I did see one of those NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Universal Monster ones. I forget which one it was. One of the newer ones. It wasn't April though, but um, damn, I can't remember which one it was. Like the Hunchback one, I think. I saw that at Target. I saw the Usagi Jumbo figure at Target, but I already had that one. And that pinball set that has that Shredder figure that originally was offered at Walmart, but I guess now Target has it. So my Target had like a bunch of those. But I haven't seen like the only one out of the recent stuff for Turtles that's hitting Target now I want is the animated Token Razar, which hopefully I can get a shot at tomorrow or next Friday. I don't know if it's going to go up tomorrow or next Friday, but the Toka Razar 2-pack is the one I want to try and get. I don't think any of those are going to be hard to get. Yeah, it seems like the more recent Turtle stuff, now that we've been getting into the more obscure characters, have been fairly easy to find at Target. So I'm not too worried about any of those things. Am I a scalper? No. I'm keeping my Nightfall. If I was a scalper, I'd be trying to sell it to you for $40, maybe 50. I tried buying this thing online on Walmart, on the Walmart website, but every time it would show in stock, like I would go and add it to the cart, and then I'd go to the cart and it would tell me it wasn't available. And like 4 different times that happened, and I just finally got fed up and I was like, screw it, I'll see if I can find it at the actual Target store. The next one I want to get is the Shazam figure. I want that comic book based Shazam figure. So hopefully I'll be able to find that one as well. Sean got his Doc Ock and Silk. Mine should be coming. I think it's supposed to come by Saturday. So I haven't got my hands on that one yet. Yeah, I'm passing on the neutrinos. I don't think I'm gonna get that one. Yeah, the Leo Hunchback. I saw that one. I didn't get. I haven't been getting any of those Universal Monster ones. Which King Kina? Which reveals? There was like a bunch yesterday. Blake, do I do. I saw Diamond had it listed in their previews magazine, and I don't know. It's not even Baron Zemo's not even on the Walgreens website. Like all the other ones are like available again on the Walgreens website, like Quasar and Jigsaw and the Binary. I think you can actually go and buy right now on Walgreens. But they like completely took off the Baron Zemo. But yes, I do think Baron Zemo will show up outside of Walgreens sooner or later. I don't know what the holdup is, but yes, I do think that will happen. Corn Viper. Yeah, I haven't decided on that one, but yeah, it looks interesting. I don't think those HasLab ones, or not HasLab, but Hasbro Pulse exclusives, I don't think they'll be that difficult to get. I think if you're there online, around PulseCon time, you'll get a shot at it. I don't think they'll sell out instantly. Freedom doesn't like the neutrinos. Kevin says, what's the Pulse Indiana Jones line? I don't know what you mean by Pulse. Hasbro's doing Indiana Jones figures, 6-inch figures, but they're not like exclusive to Pulse. We will get our first look at those figures during Pulse Con, which takes place at the end of this month, if that's what you mean. All right, so we're going to go in and open this one. So I didn't promote this heavily. Actually, I didn't mention this at all anywhere, but we're actually going to do a giveaway tonight. I'm going to give away $200 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store tonight. And it's just kind of an impromptu thing. You guys that tune in to these live streams every time I do them, it's kind of just a reward, a thank you for that. So basically we'll do it like I've been doing it, where at the end, towards the end of the live stream, I'll do random drawings, just blindly picking names. And then those people, I'll do it twice, and each of those people will get $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. They'll have to claim their prize by emailing me. And if you happen to not stay through the end of the video and your name's called, you can come back, and when the video becomes a regular video, and you've got like 24 hours to check and see if your name won and claim it on all that. But I'm going to give away $200 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store tonight. So again, we'll do the drawing at the end of the video. But first, we're going to get to the stuff that I've got for myself. Actually, I have another box coming from Big Bad Toy Store that's supposed to be here on Saturday that's going to have the new Masterverse Hordak and She-Ra figures. I was surprised those had come in stock, but those should be here on Saturday, so I'm actually looking forward to those. But this box has got a lot of random stuff. Well, not random, but it's a lot of different stuff. So I'm just going to blindly pull stuff out and we'll take a look. So first up, got the Fantastic Four Fire Lord figure. Probably my favorite, other than, Silver Surfer, probably my favorite Herald of Galactus. So I definitely wanted to make sure I had this one for when my HasLab Galactus shows up later this year. So overall looks pretty good. Got that one. And then this is another one I've been eagerly awaiting, Toad. So haven't gotten a good Toad figure since, the original Toy Biz one, which was a nice looking figure, but had terrible articulation. So definitely glad that one has finally arrived. I'm still waiting for Big Bad Toy Store, however, to get US Agent in. I don't know what the holdup is, but they have yet to get my US Agent. So switching gears from He-Man, we've got the 2000X Origins He-Man figure. I actually saw this at Target this week as well. Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Disney Plus series, new Black series. Another He-Man, Skeletor, 2000X Skeletor. DC Multiverse, Static Shock. I don't know. This isn't my favorite version of this character, but I decided to go on and get him anyway. I wish McFarlane would start doing translucent lenses on the goggles and stuff for these figures. That Adam and Booster Gold those figures would have looked a lot better if they had done translucent lenses on those goggles. At long last, my very first Action Force figure with the Sergeant Slaughter. Uh, it was well over a year ago that I pre-ordered this thing. So it has finally arrived. I debated on whether I was going to cancel this pre-order or not, since, you know, the Hasbro's got their own Sergeant Slaughter coming, but I decided to go on and keep it and check it out. Mantenna, probably my favorite figure in this wave of Origins figures. And the final figure in the wave, Pighead, from the Sunman universe. Another Black Series figure. So the Death Watch Mandalorian. Also Reva, everyone's favorite character from the Disney Plus series, right? Even though I already have this figure, I decided it wouldn't hurt. You know, it's such a good figure that I decided to get a second one. So, Storm Shadow. And that's it. I got a Big Bad Toy Store sticker, but that's it for this box. So I think from this lineup, like, this is definitely one I've been waiting for. The two Marvel Legend figures. Sergeant Slaughter. We'll have to get this open and take a look and see how it holds up. I mean, I'm not really collecting Action Force, though I just saw today they announced they're doing vehicles. But yeah, I got this really for my G.I. Joe Classified figures. Bean says, can't have too many Sergeant Slaughters. I ordered the Valaverse version when I backed the Kickstarter and getting the yeah. So I've got this one. I've got obviously I'm getting the G.I. Joe Classified version when it gets released. I've got the WWE San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one they did last year. So I've got 3 modern Sergeant Slaughter figures. I've got from the 25th anniversary, I've got Sergeant Slaughter for G.I. Joe as well. But yeah, you can't have too many Sergeant Slaughters. Mr. Allmine. Yeah, I got the same notification. I'm keeping that, what was it, like next year they said or something. I'm keeping that date with a grain of salt. But yeah, I got the delay notice on the Zartan and Storm Shadow as well. Kevin says, Amazon exclusive Roadblock plus Mr. T head and gold changes the bomb. Ruben, what do I think about the Ghost Rider figure that's coming out? You're talking about the retro card back one? Well, first of all, I called that one, so another one to add to my list. Though I did kind of waffle a little bit, but I did call that one. As far as what do I think of it, I think it's a better looking Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider than the one that we got before, the one that came with the bike. And I'm glad, since this doesn't have a bike, I'm glad we already have the Johnny Blaze bike to go with it. So I think it's pretty cool. But I'm more curious I'm waiting to see what the HasLab's going to be. So Blake says the Fire Lord's in the pile of loot currently. Got Terex, so I have not. I did not get that Terex 2-pack because I have the Terex already. So I may end up getting that one. I don't know, but I have not gotten that Terex or pre-ordered that Terex 2-pack yet. John says the new Eternia Deluxe Beastman looks awesome. Yeah, I got that a while ago at Target. So yeah, it's definitely a nice figure. I am definitely looking forward to getting my hands on the Masterverse Hordak and She-Ra figures. Those look really good. So again, those should be here on Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to those. It's been a while since I've gotten a Masterverse figure. And what about those movie He-Man figures that they announced this week? Again, if you caught my news videos last week, I told you that it looked like that might be coming. But that head sculpt on that He-Man figure, I guess I don't know. I've seen a lot of people debating, whether like Mattel doesn't have the rights to do actual Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't announce the Dolph Lundgren He-Man figure at San Diego Comic-Con because they had Dolph Lundgren there at Comic-Con. But now after seeing that face sculpt, maybe they didn't show it to him because it didn't look anything like him. So I don't know, but the Skeletor figure looks good. Casual toy collector, what am I hunting now? So I am fairly caught up. I'm if I see it, and I haven't seen it yet, and I may not, but like that Walmart exclusive Transformer Cosmos, if I saw it, I would probably get that one. The DC Multiverse comic book Shazam, which is the Walmart exclusive, I want to try and get that one. Um, the two Stunticons that they've announced, Dead End and Wild Rider, those I want to get. I forget which one is actually, one of them has started to see release, so the other one's still a ways off from getting released. But so those are kind of on my radar right now. The Iron Spider-Man figure for Marvel Legends, U.S. Agent. I am eagerly, I've got that on pre-order, but I'm waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to get that in stock. So that's one I definitely want to get my hands on. The She-Ra and the Hordak, I'm looking forward to getting. But that, again, I'm not like really out hunting for anything. I was definitely glad to have found this one at Walmart because, I don't know what's going on with the Walmart website. I suspect it will be available again on the Walmart website, but it has been a pain in the ass recently trying to get anything off the Walmart website because they keep having that problem where like it says it's in stock, you add it to your cart, and then you go to your cart to check out, and it tells you it's not available, and it's a pain in the butt. 3M says he hopes the 2000X He-Man show makes it into I think it will. Oh, I don't buy on eBay. There's no reason to buy on eBay. I will not support scalpers. I don't mind paying a little extra sometimes buying stuff from like overseas retailers because they're not scalping, but I will not. Somebody's going out and buying the figure at the store and then reselling it at twice or three times the cost. I refuse to support that out of just it's sometimes, and it's like sometimes I'm tempted, like I really want the figure and I'm like, ugh, but Michael, I still have not watched the new season of He-Man. I've kind of fallen behind on a couple of different TV shows, but I do plan on watching it soon. Hopefully, it's good. I believe that's supposed to be shipping next week, at least overseas. So probably a good chance of that. Seeing that Superman figure, the Mafex one. Corn Viper says don't watch it. I gotta watch episode 3 of She-Hulk. I haven't watched that yet. I'll watch that tonight probably. I've been enjoying the She-Hulk series for the most part. I feel like the episodes are way too short. I'm surprised they did those as 30-minute episodes as opposed to an hour. And 30-minute episodes are really annoying. But Ruben, do I think they're going to make all the Ghost Rider figures? Probably eventually. But unfortunately, I feel like my boy Dan is going to be a ways off before we get him. I would love to see him as part of the HasLab, but I doubt that's going to. I think the HasLab's just going to end up being the Robbie Reyes in his car, and then I don't think they're going to do any of the Ghost Riders as stretch goals. So, and in fact, I don't really want them to do them because when we get a Danny Catch Ghost Rider, I want his bike to be included. So, but yes, eventually I think we'll end. I mean, assuming Robbie Reyes is the HasLab project, the only Ghost Rider that they haven't done, not including the Western version, is the Danny version. Horn Viper says I should play She-Hulk. Yeah, but then I get dinged for copyright, so I don't want that to happen. Yeah, Vengeance. I don't know if I really consider Vengeance. I guess he is, but yeah, I think Vengeance will get released on a retro card back at some point. So I do think we'll see Vengeance at some point. I mean, I wouldn't mind, Vengeance. I feel like all the Ghost Riders need to get released with their bikes. Though I could always go and if we got a new Vengeance, I still have the Toy Biz one that came with his bike, so I could always use the Toy Biz bike if we got a new Vengeance. Yeah, I didn't get the Cosmic Ghost Rider set, so I don't have that one. King of Hell Robbie Reyes with his Hellboat. He had a boat. Gabe says Blackheart. I mean, if the HasLab is Robbie Reyes with his car, it's gonna have to have some really good stretch goals for me to probably be worth buying. I'm just not that interested in Robbie Reyes personally. So if they give us like Mephisto and Blackheart as stretch goals, that would probably, and assuming the price of the HasLab itself is not outrageous, I would probably get it. But very good. Usually I will get I'll back the HasLab just for the actual item, and then the stretch goals are just added bonuses. But I feel like again, if this year's is the Robbie Reyes and car, it is going to take some really good stretch goals to get me to like to back it. 3M says he's more of a Johnny Blaze guy. Well, you should be happy then. You got Johnny Blaze coming on a single card. I assume you already have the one with the bike. Yeah, we do need a Beyonder figure. in the 70s white jumpsuit with the perm. How many HasLabs have I gotten? So I've in hand. The only HasLab I've gotten in hand are Unicron and the Sentinel. But ones that I've and the Razor Crest, I have that one in hand. So those three plus I've got Galactus coming, the Sky Striker for GI Joe, and the Hiss Tank. So I have I've backed a total so far six HasLabs in total. I did not get the Jabba sail barge, the Star Wars Jabba sail barge. I thought it was a nice looking vehicle. I didn't have the room for it, and it wasn't a vehicle that I was so, you know, it just wasn't worth it to me. So I didn't get the very first HasLab, and I didn't get the second Transformer HasLab that they did. Is Marvel running out of ideas for HasLab? I doubt they're running out of ideas. They might be running out of ideas that are going to be extremely popular, but I'm sure they've got plenty of ideas. DA Rare, am I getting the Amazon Gore? I have not pre-ordered that. Maybe if it goes on discount or something. But like I said in the news video the other day, I'm just not a big enough Gore fan that it's worth paying $30 for. So, you know, like we've talked about in the past with the rising prices, that causes me to be much more finicky. You know, I'm not going to sit here and make rant videos and things like that complaining about the prices. But I definitely, as prices go up, I become more choosy on what I tend to buy. And Gore is just one of those characters that I've never been like hugely invested in. So at $30, that was kind of an easy pass for me. Now, again, if at some point it goes on discount, then I may end up getting it. I will say it looks better than the movie version. Um, and I know people were getting upset because like the packaging showed it without pins, and it's got pins, and but no, for me personally, it's just because of price, but more specifically, I'm just not that big of a Gore fan that it's worth getting for me. Sean says he backed the Razor Crest, Galactus, and the Hiss Tank. Reg H, think we may get a so I would much rather see a Celestial figure released as a HasLab than like Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I would probably back a Celestial. I don't think that's what we're gonna get this year, but I would definitely be more interested in a Celestial figure than a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. Yeah, we've talked about this before, but as they start to move into things like vehicles and stuff for Marvel Legends, those just don't interest me quite as much. I know that there are other people out there that are interested in the vehicles, so I'm not sitting here saying nobody's going to back it, but for me personally, vehicles for Marvel Legends just aren't as interesting to me. So a Fing Fang Foom, like a super big, intricate Fing Fang Foom, that would have been something I would have probably been interested in getting, especially since I don't have the previous one that they did. Sean says pins don't bother me. Yeah, I the reason why I didn't get Gore wasn't because it had pins. If I was I mean, I think the figure looks decent, so pins don't really bother me that much. And the packaging was a digital render, so It was, I think I saw somebody make a video saying Hasbro's lying to us. They're trying to deceive us. I'm like, really? In fact, when I saw people starting to post pictures and saying, hey, look, the figure looks different on the packaging than it does in the promo images, I figured it was only a matter of time before somebody made a rant video about it. But again, to me, it's just mainly the character is just not one that interests me, and so as prices go up, I definitely am more selective. I don't buy every single Marvel Legend figure that comes out. Um, And I'm not even going to sit here and say, "Oh my God, Hasbro's ripping us off with $30." It's, I'm not going to sit here and debate whether the figure is worth $30 or whether Hasbro's price gouging or whatever. To me, it's just it's a choice. I don't like the character enough, and $30 is a high enough price that I'm not going to buy it. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to speak to Hasbro is when you don't like something, you don't buy it. And if enough people don't buy it, that will send a message. That will send a lot louder message to Hasbro than rant videos or people, being rude in the comment sections of live streams or anything like that. Speaking with your wallet is the best way to communicate with any company. So, and again, if it goes on discount, like Christmas time, if it's still in stock and goes on discount, I may end up getting it at that point, but I just don't feel like paying $30 for it. Cherry just got the Azrael Bat, Star Wars Obi-Wan, Droid, and Darth Vader. Just spent $100. Yeah, easy come, easy go with the money. I don't know how anyone these days is a completist with anything, to be absolutely honest. Even setting aside like prices going up, so much stuff comes out these days. I mean, just look at Marvel Legends alone. Between all the movies, the Disney Plus TV shows, the comic book stuff. I mean, there is just so. I mean, even if money is not even like a big issue for you, I mean, space. I mean, you only have so much room to display the figures, and so when figures start just going off into the shelf and you don't even open them, that's when I just really start to like get more choosy and stuff. And so I mean, I don't fault Hasbro for putting all that stuff out. In fact, having the license, I'm sure they're expected to do, they've got to do products for all those movies and all those TV shows. And then the comic book stuff's really more for the diehard fans. But so, Hasbro probably doesn't have a choice in putting out all that stuff. But to me, it's just, I don't know how you get any, or I don't know how you can be a completist these days, or why you'd even want to be a completist these days. Any info on starting lineup? So, like, I don't know. I mean, the first character is going to be NBA. We'll find out later this month who it is. We saw the basketball goal display base, which I thought was actually pretty cool. They're going to be 6-inch figures. They should be fairly well articulated, so they're not like in the style of the original starting lineup stuff. So, I think they'll be cool, but I don't know who like the first NBA player they're going to do. I don't know if it'll be somebody modern, if it'll be somebody classic, or what. But we'll find that out during September 22nd, I believe, is when the first figure is supposed to go up for pre-order. Reggie. Oh, yeah. So McFarlane, I mean, my God, McFarlane's like showing off new figures almost on a daily basis. In fact, tomorrow, probably tonight, thanks to Amazon, if Amazon continues to put stuff out, but tomorrow we're going to see that DC Page Puncher Flash Gorilla Grodd figure. It's a mega figure, so that's going up tomorrow. Again, Amazon will probably leak it out later tonight. But so that, and then next week there is going to be a lot more, a decent amount of McFarlane stuff. Some Mortal Kombat figures, more DC Multiverse figures, some Dragon figures. So Yeah, McFarlane is just cranking stuff out. And unlike Hasbro, where a lot of their stuff is delayed, McFarlane has been. I mean, like it gets announced, and it's like it starts shipping like a week later, or in some cases it's hitting shelves before they even officially announce it. I mean, look at all those Walmart figures that they hadn't even officially announced, and they were already. There's like what been 5 Walmart figures that started hitting shelves before they even officially announced those things. And they snuck up that Superman figure today. That Hush Superman figure is a McFarlane store exclusive. I passed on that one because I thought that face sculpt was pretty ugly, but Ruben, what do I think about a Mezco He-Man? It'd be interesting to see. I don't think we're going to see that, but it would be kind of interesting to see. 3M says either way it's going to start. Well, I mean, if you follow NBA, I mean, it's going to be based on a real player, so yeah. But like like I would like to see Michael Jordan, but I don't know if they'll start with Michael Jordan. I don't know if it's going to be like a, like a Hall of Fame player that is like retired now, or if it's going to be like one of the more modern players is actually still active. That I don't know. Omega says no. Yeah, I hate to tell you, but I don't know if it's more popular than Marvel Legends, but yeah, McFarlane stuff is pretty popular. I don't know if I agree with Todd that DC Multiverse is outselling Marvel Legends as he likes to tout, but definitely you know that stuff seems to gain more and more popularity every day. Kevin Hamilton. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do modern characters. I just don't know if that's going to be the first one. And I don't know like how often we're going to get new figures. Like, are they going to do waves of figures? Are they going to just do one at a time? That those are details that we really haven't gotten. So I don't know, and I haven't done a lot of checking into that. So, and I've never really been into sports figures per se. So like I never collected the original starting lineup stuff. I never bought any of the McFarlane sport figures or anything like that. So I've never really been into sport figures, but I am kind of interested to see what they end up doing with these. 3M says he's liking McFarlane DC Multiverse more than Marvel. I don't really compare the two. I like both, and I like certain figures that each company does, and I pick and choose. So like I don't buy every single McFarlane DC Multiverse figure that comes out. Um, so I don't really sit there and compare the two and say, oh, this one's better. Marvel Legends are better than DC Multiverse or vice versa. I think Marvel Legends has its strengths, and I think DC has its strengths. It doesn't bother me that the McFarlane stuff 7 inch. I don't display my DC figures on the same shelf with my Marvel Legend figures, so the scale doesn't really bother me that much. Roddy says Hasbro has too much on their plate right now. Well, and like for me, I mean, the line I've been most interested in these days is GI Joe Classified. So right now, my favorite action figure line is GI Joe, but uh, I no time. I wouldn't count on that anytime soon. In fact, probably not. But I mean, will we see some more from that? Maybe. But at most, we get maybe one figure a year. So it's like the DCCW figures. I wouldn't expect them to ever really flesh out those characters. So it's why I didn't start collecting any of the McFarlane ones, because I didn't see any point. Ruben, it's like when is no, I haven't heard. Mezco stuff. It's like I don't even. It gets released when it gets released. But Mezco is so far behind on their stuff. I mean, I'm sure they're going to keep soliciting new figures, but it seems to me like they're really falling behind. Of course, most of us are still waiting for the Michael Keaton Batman figure. Julio, my electric bill is pretty expensive, but we are actually installing solar panels on our house, so that is actually going to elite. I mean, and our electric bill is expensive for a variety of reasons, not just because of the arcade machines, but we're actually we're upgrading to solar panels, which will basically make our electric bill non-existent. Being, I mean, I cherry pick them. The only line that I almost buy every single figure of right now is GI Joe Classified, and that's honestly just because we only get a few figures at a time, and I've been buying most of the Masters of the Universe stuff recently, but even that I probably will end up cherry picking more as it goes along. Um, I was for a while there was buying like all the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle animated figures, but now I'm pretty much just gonna pick and choose ones. Um, so yeah, I mean cherry picking, like I said, going back to like I was saying before, I don't see how it's not easy to be a completist on any action figure line these days. Blake says, well, that's not too far off from the truth. I mean, I made this. I mean, this is a basement, but I made this section of the basement a room. Now, the arcade games are all on this wall, but I have like that back wall there. That's not a real wall behind, like directly behind me. That's like stuff. So, but you may notice that I did some rearranging here. So, like, we had to have a new breaker box installed the other week for in preparation of the solar panels I was mentioning. So I did some rearranging, and I've got another cabinet that's another arcade cabinet that'll be here next week. I've got the dragons. I decided to get the Dragon's Lair cabinet, so that'll be here next week. But but yeah, I after I had to kind of like move everything out of the way when they put the breaker box in, I kind of reorganized stuff so that I to make room for some more arcade cabinets. I've been I'm not gonna lie, I've been I started out where I was only gonna get one or two of these arcade cabinets, but I've really kind of been getting into these things. So I only have room for the Dragon's Lair one, um, and then I probably am gonna update and get the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I'm probably gonna sell this Marvel vs. Capcom one because the new one's gonna has all the same games. And then I'm waiting for Arcade One Up to reissue the Star Wars arcade cabinet. And then I'm probably gonna take the Star Wars pinball machine upstairs to my office upstairs and put that there. But But yeah, I've definitely expanded my arcade here. Soccer, do I actually play all those arcades? I want so yes, it's not like I sit down here all day playing arcade games. Generally, I will go like when I just need to get up and take a break, I'll just walk over and play like a game of Street Fighter or something like that. So like I don't spend hours and hours playing video games. I just don't have the time. But the thing about most of these games is, you can play like spend 15 minutes playing and then move on to something else. So so yes, I do play them, but am I an expert? No. I don't go online a lot because I usually get my like with the Street Fighter and the Marvel versus Capcom games. Whenever I go online, I get my ass kicked. So, and they are display pieces as much as anything. I mean, it's not just for the game. If all I cared about were the games themselves, there's probably cheaper and easier ways to get most of these games. But I also think they just make for really cool display pieces. I have my action figures um, displayed on them for each game. I have corresponding action figures for each game, and so how do I lug them on? I I lift from the knees, not from the back, but they're not that heavy. The pinball machine that I'll probably have to have my wife help me. But like you can take the legs off on the pinball machine. Um, you've got the risers on the arcade games. So the arcade games are not they're not like light as a feather, but they're not like as heavy as you would think they are. The cabinets themselves are basically hollow inside, so the components are up behind the screen basically, and the cabinets themselves are pretty much hollow. What's up, Quinn? I'm doing good. How you doing? What's my favorite GI Joe action figure? Just in general, or like for classified? Um, I generally I like the Cobra figures better than the GI Joes themselves. Um, the Crimson Guard has always been one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite Cobra soldier. Uh, but I don't know if I have like one specific favorite figure, but I definitely lean more towards the Cobra side of things than the Joes. Storm Shadow, as far as like the classified goes, Storm Shadow is definitely, might I might have to put as the best figure to date so far. They did a really good job with that figure. I have bought a few of those, the those ones that you pull apart and stuff in the past, but it's not something I collect on any kind of regular basis. You're right. Definitely not going to be able to put the Thunder Tank on that shelf behind me. It's probably going to be like another year before the Thunder Tank even gets released. So I haven't been like sweating it, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put the Thunder Tank when it does eventually arrive. John, I saw that announcement like right before going online. So yes, I did know that. Though, with the way everything's been going with the DC movies, I can't. I can't say that surprises me. Dogs and cats are good. Blake said, well, I mean, there is not a G.I. Joe classified figure that I don't like so far, other than I didn't like the first Gung Ho figure, but definitely the new retro one has been great. The Lady J figure is annoying because her legs are really loose. So that's probably the figure I find the most annoying. Um, but but yeah, I mean, so far that's been a pretty solid line overall. Yeah. Well, I mean, uh, setting the actor, the real life actor aside, I hope that's a good movie. I don't know if you guys caught, I posted about like listings for Flash, McFarlane stuff that's popped up in the Target system. So like, there's an $80 Michael Keaton Batmobile that's supposed to be coming. Assuming the movie doesn't get canceled. So I'll be interested to see what that looks like. I like Lady J as a character. I just the figure, or at least mine, the legs are like super loose, so she won't stand on her own power. You've got to lean her up against something. So I don't know what happened there, but those legs. I don't think the Flash movie will get canceled unless Ezra Smith goes out and murders somebody. I don't think they're going to cancel that movie. Did I got the Scarlet figure for the GI Joe movie. That's the only movie figure that I got. Those movie figures didn't interest me too much, mainly because the movie itself didn't interest me that much. But I did get the Scarlet figure because I really like the head sculpt for that one. John says they should release a $80 Batmobile from the Batman movie. What's up, sci-fi? Articulated dude says his Lady J's hair keeps falling off. I've knocked it off a few times, but it hasn't been too bad. I will tell you that those missiles on the Major Blood backpack, those are annoying because anytime you like touch that figure, those missiles fall off the backpack. Here comes Logan. My dog. I don't think you can see him on camera, but Logan has arrived. Slacker Hacker. Am I going to see Black Adam? Yeah, I'll see Black Adam. I don't know if I'm going to go see. I'll wait for the Aquaman movie to come out on HBO. I don't have a whole lot of interest in seeing the Aquaman movie, but I will see Black Adam. Ruben, yes, I do have the twins. Those are nice figures. Now I just need the Crimson Guard to go with them. I'm pretty caught up on G.I. Joe Classified. I got Stalker. Stalker is my most recent figure that I got. So I have that, the twins and Stalker. So I have that wave. I got the Dr. Mindbender figure from overseas. And so now I'm just waiting for the Dusty, Zarana, and Crimson Guard wave. Yes, this is Logan's chair behind me, if you didn't know. Like if I'm sitting in the chair watching TV and he comes down, he looks at me and he's like, "What the hell are you doing in my chair?" No, Logan doesn't bother my stuff very much. Sometimes, like when he gets excited and his tail starts wagging, and if he's standing near one of the shelves, he'll knock stuff off with his tail. But the only one that steals stuff or like tries to take stuff is Salome. Yeah, my cat has chewed on more than one accessory. I've got a number of lightsabers that have teeth marks in it because Salome got to it. Logan has some pit in him. He's a mix of boxer pit. Logan is about 5 years old. We got him from the shelter. So I didn't name him. I know like a lot of people think I named him after Wolverine or something, but he came with the name Logan. She is, man. I swear. She will take she'll come like whenever I'm trying to do a review or something, she'll come and she'll try and steal accessories and she'll run off with them. Like she'll run up, grab it and then run off. I got to chase her around the house. I've never had a snake as a pet. I had a tarantula as a kid. Actually, it was my sister's, but no, they are not ending the retro line. They actually announced it during San Diego Comic Con that any of the retro lines, card back figures, will continue to have plastic on them. John, I watched that this weekend. I actually was not, I mean, it was okay, but I didn't think it was that great. The plot twist I actually kind of suspected was going to happen, so not me, Everett. I'm not going to go see the movie again in theaters just because they added a scene or something. I'll wait. I'll wait till somebody puts it up online or they release it on home release. Red says Samaritan was the most generic movie I've seen in years. I don't dislike She-Hulk. I think the episodes are too short, like 30-minute episodes. Like I haven't seen episode 3 yet, so, but like I was watching episode 2 last week, and it was like just as it was like starting to get into it, it was like the credits, the ending credits started. It was like, what the hell? Not much. I mean, there's a bunch of McFarlane stuff coming. Gorilla Grodd tomorrow. Um, but Marvel Legend wise, I've pretty much told you guys. The Isaiah Bradley Captain America is the Captain America that I thought was coming, and then said was Ghost Rider, and then said it was Captain America. So I don't know if we're gonna see that figure or not, but I think we'll probably will at some point. But other than that, I don't really have anything on the Marvel Legend front right now. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was horrible, but again, it was not like a great movie in any way. Yeah, it was pretty predictable and definitely not one of Stallone's better movies. I thought it had potential. Like when I saw the trailer for it, I thought it looked pretty interesting, but it just Spidey Sam just got some Valorverse figures and gear. Yeah, well, I just got my very first Valorverse figure with Sergeant Slaughter, so this is my very first. Did Stallone ever have better movies since I like the Expendable movies and I like the first um Creed movie. I mean that's technically a Rocky movie, but I like the first Creed movie. I didn't like the second Creed movie that much. And apparently Stallone's not going to be in the next one, so but yeah, I mean Stallone's kind of like Schwarzenegger. I mean he's an action star who's definitely, he's getting up there in the years. So yeah, Stallone needs some good movies so he can play up his divorce or pay up. Yeah, he just got divorced. I think he was married for like 25. I don't know if this is his second or third wife, but yeah, I can't say I thought Oscar was a great movie. House of Dragon. So I just watched episode two yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, but I thought episode two was better than episode one. I thought episode one was kind of boring. My main thing about it though is it's kind of just like the same stuff that we've already seen from the original Game of Thrones movie. So far I haven't seen anything terribly original. And we kind of know the outcome, so it's going to be kind of hard to surprise us. I think we don't have the White Walkers or anything like that. The we know winter isn't going to come for 172 years, even if they're already starting to talk about it. So I mean, I will continue to check it out, but so far, it hasn't been like it hasn't knocked my socks off or anything. Cobra was a decent movie, but I mean, that was a movie in its prime. I mean, Stallone's definitely had some good movies over the years, but Demolition Man was a good movie. I like Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes. That was a good movie. Yeah, Luca, we already opened up the box. How about how about them doing a new Beverly Hills Cop movie, Beverly Hills Cop 4? I think that's coming to Netflix. The Eddie Murphy. Like the first two Beverly Hills Cop movies were really good. Beverly Hills Cop 3 sucked though, and I find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to do a good Beverly Hills Cop 4. Coco. So you guys come late. Got some Marvel Legends, some He-Man, this whole wave of Origins figures I got. Valiverse, Sergeant Slaughter, some Obi-Wan Black Series figures, a second G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow figure. That's pretty much that was pretty much it. Who doesn't like a bananas and so this is an interesting fact. Originally they were looking to have Sylvester Stallone star in the Beverly Hills Cop movie, and then they decided that he wasn't going to be a good fit, so they went with Eddie Murphy because they wanted more of the comedic tone to it. But originally, at one point, they were considering Sylvester Stallone for that movie, and they kind of make fun of that in the second movie where they have the Cobra poster in Judge Reinhold's apartment. And of course, at the time, Bridget Nielsen was Sylvester Stallone's wife who was in that movie. Tango and Cash, that was another good Stallone movie. I like Tango and Cash. Well, we finally got Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger together in The Expendables. That was the first time they had ever done a movie together. In fact, the two of them were kind of rivals. Were pretty heavy rivals back in the day. I thought Stallone's Judge Dredd was pretty good as well. I didn't think that was a bad movie. All right, well, it's getting to be close to 8, so if you were at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that I'm going to give away $200 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. So if you're not familiar with how these work, I'm just going to randomly go through the comments and pick a name. It's completely random. I'm not even going to look at just whatever name the cursor falls on, and I'll call it out. And then I'll put my email in the video description when it becomes a regular video, and it's jay@enewseye.com. But again, I'll put that in the video description. And so you'll have 24 hours to claim the prize. You'll just need to email me, give me your name and email address that you want to use with Big Bad Toy Store. But and then they'll set you up with the credit within a few days. So we're gonna do 2 drawings, each one for $100 store credit. Now, if by some chance I pick the same, like only one person can win each one. So if by some chance I randomly pick the same person twice, then we'll have to redraw, because we'll give each of you, 2 different people are going to walk away tonight with the store credit. So let's do the first one. Again, I'm going to close my eyes. Logan will make sure that I don't cheat. And the radar is our first winner. So the radar, are you still in the house? If so, you are a winner of $100 store credit. So you'll want to email me at jay@enewseye.com. And again, when this becomes a regular video, it'll be in the video description. And you have 24 hours to claim that. I don't know if you're still here. See if the radar. Here he is. Dude, you won $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. So congrats, man. All right. So let us do our second one now. So again, make sure my cursor is in the right place. Logan has fallen asleep, so don't rely on him to help you out here. Hulk Smash. Hulk Smash is our second winner of the night, who likes toys. So fortunately for him, he will have $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. So Hulk Smash is our second winner of the night. See if he's still in the house. Hulk Smash is in the house, so congrats to him. So again, both of you guys, email me, jay@enewseye.com, or wait till the email is in the video description when it becomes a regular video. You've got 24 hours to email me. Just email me your name and the email address you want to use with Big Bad Toy Store, and then I'll get you set up with those credits. So and I don't when I do these giveaways, I don't like to promote that I'm doing the giveaway, because I like it when you guys you guys who just tune in not even knowing that I'm going to give away something, it's kind of who I'm trying to reward here. So if I like promoted I was going to do these giveaways, then I'd have people that are just coming in to try and win the giveaway. And so the radar and Hulk Smash are our winners for tonight, each winning $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. So congrats to them. As always, guys, thanks everyone who tuned in tonight. It's always great. I know we kind of missed a week last week, so with the live streams. So remember tonight, well, technically tomorrow at noon Eastern time, for you DC fans, that Gorilla Grodd figure for the DC Page Puncher line is going to go up for pre-order, but Amazon, almost like clockwork, leaks these things. In fact, let's take a peek and see if they... I just want to see if Amazon has... Because I don't know what this Grodd figure is going to look like. It's based on however he appears in the comics. The Flash... Oh, All right, so yes, Amazon has leaked out the Gorilla Grodd figure image. So you guys are going to get the first look at the DC Page Puncher's Gorilla Grodd figure. So this is it. It is actually up for pre-order on the Amazon website now. It's not really supposed to be up until tomorrow, but as I said, Amazon, like clockwork, puts these things out early every time. So this is the Gorilla Grodd. We'll get better images. We'll go up probably in a little bit, but this is our first look at the DC Page Punchers Megaverse Gorilla Grodd figure. I gotta say that it doesn't look like a bad figure, but the armor looks very plasticky here, so I don't know. The gorilla part looks pretty good, but I agree. The out of the Page Puncher figures, the Constantine has been the best one, I think, so far. Yes, it comes with each of the DC Page Puncher figures comes with the comic. So technically, this Grodd figure is based on how he appears in this comic that comes with all these figures. The regular Flash figures went up for pre-order the other day, and this is the mega figure. So so here's a little secret if you want to know how this works. So if you just do a search for Grodd, it's probably not going to come up. But if you go to the actual McFarlane store on Amazon, and then you go to pre-orders, you'll see that Grodd is there. And then when you can now add him to your cart by clicking here. If you click on this, oh, it actually works. Usually it won't let you go to this page, but so when you pre-order it, see, you'll notice here there's no image here, but when you pre-order it and you go and you look at your orders, you'll notice there'll be an image there, and that's how you how you get the first look. But probably within the next hour or so, there'll actually be images up here. But just a little insider's secret if you always wonder how that works. And you can see these figures. Yeah, these are the regular figures. This is a weird looking Flash. This is supposed to be Barry Allen Flash. And again, all these Page Puncher figures are based on how they appear in this comic. So it's kind of taking that Todd McFarlane designed figure one step further by creating an actual comic to go with them. But yeah, these aren't how they obviously appear in regular comics. The Atom figure. Captain Cold. So there you go. Your very breaking news as we go off tonight, which I now have to go post on TNI. But our first look at the Mega Figure Gorilla Grodd. So again, if you don't want to get it from Amazon, it will be available everywhere tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth will have it up. But Amazon almost like clockwork with these McFarlane figures. Always seems to jump the gun. I don't know if they're supposed to. I don't know if they have a deal with McFarlane where they get to put them up early before anyone else, or if they just said, fuck it, we don't really care, we're going to put them up early. I don't know. But there you go. But we're going to call it for the night because, again, I got to go post about Gorilla Grodd on TNI. So, you guys, thanks for coming in tonight. Thanks for the guys, you guys who won tonight. I'll put the email up if you didn't catch it. And be sure to email me within 24 hours to claim your prize. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great!